Hello, my name is Dr. Ruth Newstifter, or Dr. Ruthie. I'm the author of The Nice Girl's Guide to Talking Dirty, and I'm also a professional sexuality educator. I blog over at exploringintimacy.com, but today I'm here thanks to the great folks at funwares.com who make this series of sex education videos possible. So I'm here answering your questions about sex and relationships. Make sure to stop over at Funwares and tell them thank you for me. And I've been getting a lot of questions in by Twitter. If you want to reach me on Twitter, you can follow me at DrRuthie, and I do my best to answer as many questions as I can here on YouTube. So send them on over, and hopefully I'll answer yours. We'll just make this one from Anonymous. Anonymous says, "Help! I love giving oral sex to both, but I gag when I give oral sex to men." All right. Well, I have no idea about your gender, but I know that you like both. So I'm glad to hear that, and I'm glad to hear that you have enjoyed exploring oral sex, although I'm sorry to hear it's not working when you're with the guys. So let's talk about this a little bit first. First, let's talk about your expectations for giving oral sex to guys, as well as their expectations of you. So apply this in either or both directions. First of all, giving oral sex to a cock, to a penis, can be done in lots of different ways, and deep thrusting or even moderate or light thrusting into the mouth doesn't have to be a part of it. It is kind of one of those stereotypical actions that we assume is going to happen, but that doesn't mean it has to happen for great oral sex. Now, if you've been trying very hard to do deep throating, so in other words, getting his penis back in your mouth past that gag reflex place as far back as you can go, that's, gonna make it difficult as far as gagging and choking goes. And this can be a wonderful part of giving oral sex to your partner, but it doesn't even have to be a part of giving fantastic oral sex at all. So take a moment to identify, what you're seeing as how a blowjob should go, or what your partner is telling you how it should go, and whether that's really how you want to do it and feel most comfortable and happy with doing it. All right, so now that we've gone through that part, which is very important, let's talk a little bit about different kinds of techniques. I think one of the easiest types of techniques is if you want to do any kind of thrusting into the mouth with oral sex on a penis, and you're okay as long as it doesn't go too deep. The first thing I want to encourage is basically just choking up on the penis. So let's use a ruler here as our example. And so let's say that you have, using my lovely kinkacademy.com ruler, let's say you have a penis that's 6 inches. That's about the average. So it would be about this long, okay? So this is from 6 to 12 right here, but, well, we'll do it this way. From 1 to 6, there we go. So it would be about this long, right? That's a lot of distance to go back into your head, right? That's a long ways, folks. Seriously, just hold that up by your mouth for a second there. So, an average penis is around 6. Lots of folks are larger, lots of folks are smaller. And when you think about it, like putting it next to the side of your mouth like that, that's a really long distance. Yeah. So anyway, and then imagine if your partner is like 8 inches, it's 2 inches longer distance. Anyway, so the first thing we can do is kind of choking up on the phallus. And simply what that means is wrapping some fingers or some hands around the base of the penis, and then you're primarily giving oral sex to this part of it. Now, that doesn't mean we start that way. We still start with all the kissing and all the licking and the massaging with like edible oils and body-safe lubricants or lots of saliva, whatever it is that works for you. And enjoying and considering it like a massage. It's a massage that you're giving, and you're including your mouth as one of the massage tools. So a blowjob isn't just necessarily about a slam bam sort of event, although, it can be, and that's fun as long as both people want it. It's about giving an oral massage to your partner. So you're thinking about all kinds of creative ways to use your lips, your teeth, your tongue, the section of your mouth, the roof of your mouth, whatever the case may be, and your hands together to give a great oral sex massage. So, all right, we've got 6 inches, and we can, start with just some fingers or with a whole hand, whatever the case may be, so that the amount that we're giving oral sex to, it, fits in the mouth a little more happily, more friendly-like. Also, if the other partner likes to thrust against you, having that hand barrier makes it a lot easier to keep them from pushing too far back in, yet keeping the momentum and the mood going, right? Because it's hard to talk when your mouth is full. Now, one tip I like to give folks is when you're choking up on the cock like that, right? When you're grasping part of it so that less of it goes in the mouth, Lots of spit and lube in the hand so that you're doing a stroking motion at the same time that matches your hand, or you can be doing a swivel motion that matches your mouth. So your hand matches your mouth is what I'm trying to say. That can be a lovely swivel motion that you echo with your mouth as well, or it can be a thrusting motion that you echo with your mouth, or squeezing motion, whatever the case may be that feels good, mix and match. But what you can also do is really hold onto the base, right, very firmly, and what you're doing is making a cock ring out of your fingers. It can make the rest of it harder, more sensitive, but still acts as that buffer for not going too far. So you can hold your hand in whatever way you like so that the base of it has a stricter restriction around it, like a little cock ring you've made out of your fingers. You know, if your partner really is very eager, let's use the word eager because that's a nice positive sounding word, and really wants you to take a lot back in your throat, you know, don't feel pressure. If this is something you want to do and you want to explore, it should be a loving, intimate activity together, whether you've just known each other for a couple minutes or you've been together forever, can still be caring, respectful, and intimate. If the other person is doing this in a way that they're disappointed in you and that's not your kink and you don't have like a broader respectful relationship that's a role play within, but they're just disrespecting you with it. They're like, oh, I can't help myself. It's too hot. I really have to do it this way. You don't understand. This is what good oral sex is. Call bullshit on them. They are mistreating you. Head for the hills. They do not deserve your sweet mouth. If this is something you want to be exploring, there's different tips. Having your chin back can make it an easier way to take a penis farther back in your mouth. Inhaling at the same time that it's gently going back farther can also help you relax the back of your throat. I really recommend against any kind of numbing products on your throat. Although it can make it easier to get the task done, you lose the ability to sense when something hurts or isn't right. Even if it's a mild numbing product, we need to know when something is hurting our bodies, especially in any of those delicate orifice that we have, where things can be penetrating us or we can be engulfing with our orifice. So I really recommend against those products on safety grounds and also respect grounds, because again, we want a respectful collaboration, teamwork effort of things we both want to be doing with our sexual pleasure. I'm Dr. Ruthie. I hope me and my ruler have helped you to learn some ideas about oral sex and to get a little more respect for how much room there really is in your mouth. And I will see you with the next video. Thanks.